So the Houston Rockets are in need of a rebuild, and matter of fact, they're in need of a series because this team is pretty bad. So if you guys do not know, I am from Houston, Texas, H-Town, and you guys already know the vibes. We got James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and we got a lot of bad contracts on this team. And you know, recently our boy Daryl Morey did go ahead and resign as being GM, and obviously we fired Mike D'Antoni. The Houston Rockets are literally in the weirdest cycle ever, and I want to do a mini series with this team. As we know, the PS5 drops in about 4 weeks, and you already know that your boy got that thing pre-ordered. So I do want to do this as a mini series, and of course I really want to rebuild the Rockets and do it in a realistic way and get this team to a championship. And the future is not looking bright. We don't even have a head coach yet or a GM. We're in a really tough place. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like on it. Go ahead and subscribe. And let's get straight into it. And before you guys even think about it, James Harden is untouchable, and Russell Westbrook, he's not untouchable, but I'm not trading him to no New York Knicks for the 8th pick. That doesn't make no sense, because literally once we do that, we lose James Harden as well. But guys, obviously you guys know we don't even have a head coach yet. I believe it's down between John Lucas, Jeff Van Gundy, and Steven Silas. Now I'm gonna make it to where they sign John Lucas. However, whoever they sign in real life, I will go ahead and actually update it later on. But for right now, let's bring in John Lucas, because I feel like John Lucas would actually be a really decent coach. If you guys are from Houston, you know how good John Lucas actually is and how much he means to Houston basketball. So let me go ahead and let me do this, and then I'll bring in everyone else to make this thing completely right. So 2K doesn't have anybody who actually looks like John, but hey, I think this is as close as we're gonna get it. I mean, he's literally been trading James Harden for years. I think this team with him, he knows all of the players' strengths and all of their weaknesses. This could be a really good move. Now, obviously, Houston has no draft pick this year, which really sucks for us. But I can already tell you guys who exactly we're going to be targeting. We're going to be targeting JJ Redick and Serge Ibaka. I really want Serge Ibaka on this team because I think at this point, the Houston Rockets cannot just tear it down. If they tear it down, James Harden dips, he requests a trade. They can't do that. They honestly had to double down with some common sense. So I would like to pick up Serge Ibaka and just put him on this team. Play PJ Tucker at power forward just like the good old days. That way we have spacing, we have defense, and James Harden with John Lucas, I think he plays more off ball, because the main reason why he was doing that is because of Mike D'Antoni and Daryl Morey. Other than that, I will be looking at trading away Eric Gordon. I mean, we will see what we can possibly get out of him this year. Even Draymond Green said that the Rockets still might be a threat. So let's get straight into free agency, and let's look at some of the moves that we can possibly make. You mean to tell me Minnesota took Obi Toppin with the #1 overall pick? They just can't help themselves, huh? And getting straight into free agency, first off, let me see who's actually here. And after striking out on just about everybody, we decided to bring in the GOAT Aaron Baines. I mean, he's obviously a good shooter, he's a decent defender as well, and most importantly, he's actually a center that can get rebounds, and that's something that we desperately need. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do that with our first signing. And other than that, I mean, Boogie, I think Boogie is gonna try to force his way back to LA. So that's why we really went ahead and did that. But adding in Aaron Baines is gonna open up a lot of things for this team. And I mean, just looking at this entire roster as a whole, it has a good chance of working out. So let me go ahead and put everybody in position that I actually want them, because this whole snow center thing, it's over. Aaron Baines works out because he can actually shoot the 3. So if Russ wants to penetrate, we can work with that. But you're going back to power forward. You're an 82. Oh my goodness. And they got Cub at an 84 at small forward. And that's how we're going to run this. And low key, Eric Gordon is going back to shooting guard, because I think that was the position that he was honestly best at. But let's just leave him at small forward officially. Yo, shout out Kenny. He got 2K to actually update Shaq Harrison's height. That's some GOAT type ish right there. All right, we're also going to be picking up Myers Leonard and Torrey Craig as well. And those are the only signings that we're going to be able to make. We have no money on this team. I expect it to be a lot more difficult. But let's actually look at the lineup that we're going to be running with, because I can't even lie. This team is going to need a little bit of luck. But I hope that with the right direction, we can actually turn some things around. Isaiah Thomas finally wants a job, and we're gonna be the guys to actually give him one. I mean, why not? This is gonna be the lineup for this season. Obviously, see me Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Robert Covington, PJ Tucker, and Aaron Baines. And off the bench, we got Daniel House, Isaiah Thomas, Ben McLemore, Austin Rivers. All right, wait. Let's calm down. This is the lineup that we got. I mean, it says that we're a buying team. They got us ranked pretty low. We're really just gonna have to just go ahead and see. The market on these centers are so low. Granted, I want to see if we can make a push to actually win a championship, but it's not going to be easy. Like, I would like to get Serge, obviously, but he just got signed, so maybe we can trade for Serge in December. We just got to just go ahead and wait and see. Let me know what you guys think about this series. Obviously, the first episode, this is the intro. It's not the craziest one. But anyways, guys, I really just want to try out if we can win a championship with the same duo in the backcourt. I really hope that we actually can. Of course, like I said before, we want to be playing Harden more off ball and just around Russ with some decent shooters. I mean, James Harden is a really good shooter. Covington, decent shooter. PJ Tucker, he's really good in that corner, and Aaron Baines can also knock down some threes as well. That's the goal, guys. We're gonna be giving this little backcourt one more try, because I don't see any scenario where they trade Russell Westbrook, because that honestly will mean that James Harden is going to be requesting a trade soon. But getting straight into the season opener, it looks like we're going to be taking on the Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and I think this is a good matchup to start this entire thing off on. Now, originally, I did not plan on getting you guys gameplay in this episode, but I think it would be best served for that because this is going to be a mini-series, about 5 to 7 episodes, somewhere in that range, and you guys already know the vibes. We want to win this team a championship, and the only way for us to do it is to keep what we already got. Because let's be honest, what is the real market for Russell Westbrook? And like I said before, we got to factor in James Harden possibly leaving this team. But getting straight into the gameplay right now, Russell Westbrook on the drive, goes right to the rack, and he finishes it ferociously with a nice little jam right there. And Russ is going to be important for us. Of course, we got Russ, we got the new face scan on him and everything. He looks a lot better than how 2K had that man looking. And right now we're playing Kevin Durant, and of course him and Kyrie Irving are going to be a bucket. So I really think that if we can beat this team, it would mean just so much for this entire video and for this series, because I think Houston is on the right trajectory. We have two amazing players in Russ and James Harden. We just have to find a way to put it together. But here's James Harden with the pass to PJ Tucker, and I think James Harden, I would want to make him our point guard if Russ was not on the team. But like I said before, what do we get back for Russ? What is the value there? Because he's somebody that is a all-star level player. And if we're not getting that back, it's not worth it, because we are honestly in win now mode right now. We're not looking to really rebuild. We have no assets to really rebuild. The best thing for us to do is just try and contend every single year and find an opening for us to actually compete. But here's Harden, a nice good pass to Cove, and he finishes up the layup. I think James Harden's playmaking is really gonna take this team to another level. Kinda wanna start James Harden at point guard. Obviously we have Russ, but James Harden can still sometimes be the lead ball handler. Look at that move right there, man. This man went behind the back mid-play and finishes off with a dunk. Obviously, we gotta figure out Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna be sending him to shooting camp every single year to work on that man's jumper, but having somebody that is super athletic like him is obviously gonna help us. And of course, we're simcasting it as well. And James Harden comes back in with 31 freaking points. Harden has 31 points right now. He's 11 of 13. He's only missed one three-pointer. He's going crazy, and he's carrying this team right now. So if he can put up performances like this, we shouldn't have any problem. Good pass to PJ Tucker. He finishes off with a dunk. Let's go. And he draws a three-point play too? Yeah. If we can have performances like this from James Harden, we're going to be fine. And this is something that James Harden can do any single day of the week. We just got to surround this man with the right talent. And that's why I'm all for bringing back a center. I like us having Aaron Baines. He can obviously shoot the three. He can play some defense as well, but just having a guy that can defend, get boards, and also stretch the floor makes James' job a lot easier. Look at that pass to PJ Tucker. Oh my gosh, he's a break of Baines right there with the putback. I mean, like I said before, I do want to target getting Serge Ibaka in free agency, but until then, we're going to be rocking this thing out with James Harden. He's feeding Russ as well. He's keeping his boy happy. And like I said, if we can finish this series off with a championship, that's where I would be happy, because I really want to bring a championship back to Houston, because I think that they really need one. So continuing on simming, James Harden is continuing to have a huge game. 56 points. He's going to the drive. Here's Baines finishing off the play. He's getting another assist, and we're smoking the Brooklyn Nets. We are smoking that Brooklyn Nets pack right now. We're up 137 to 128. Here's KD on the drive. Yo, KD, he's the problem that we're going to have on the fader. It's off. That's the one problem that we're gonna have is Kevin Durant. Like we have nobody to really stop any small forwards. I mean, Covington is a good small forward. He can defend, he can do all that, but he's nothing. He's nothing like a superstar at all. But we do have a substantial advantage in the backcourt with James Harden and Russ's athleticism. So you guys already know us, right to the rack with James. We're gonna force this man to get 70. We gotta do it. We gotta force this man and allow him to get 70 points and get that Booker kind of record. I mean, once you're this close, you gotta keep on feeding your boy, of course, Russ. We're gonna get him one as well. 3-point play and one. You love to see it. But guys, let me know what you guys think about this series. Let me know which matchups you guys want to see, which trades you guys want to see. And let me know all of that in the comment section below. Here's James Harden going right to the rack. He gets the layup, 150 to 132. James Harden needs one more score to get to 70, and he goes right and he draws the foul, and he's going to the line trying to get his 69th and his 70th points. Let's go. And this is the Rockets' highest scoring game in history, one of the top scoring games in history. And it's probably the best game ever. At the end of the day, we walk out of here with the dub, 154 to 136. A big dub in the introduction video. Like I said before, man, the goal for next video is we're going to be simming to the middle of this season, seeing how this team is doing. And, you know, if we are a really good team, I'm going to keep things the same. If we're not, that's where we start to make some trade deadline moves again. I mean, ultimately, I just want to make sure that this team has rebounding, has defense, has scoring. Well, we already have a lot of scoring as well. And just has spacing. James Harden finished out this game 70 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, 22 of 31 from the field, and he would have been better if it was not for me late in game. But we got 70 points, one of the highest scoring performances in NBA history, and he was amazing. Russ was decent as well with 34 points, decent efficiency as well. I mean, for the most part, this team was really efficient. Aaron Baines, really good game right there. PJ Tucker with 15 rebounds. PJ had 15 boards. Eric Gordon was pretty mid. He was pretty bad. But for the most part, I like what I saw out of this team. And for the Brooklyn Nets on their side, Kyrie Irving with 42 points on really good efficiency, 60% from the 3-point line there. And like I said before, man, if we could drop off this team, that makes me feel extremely confident about the future of the Houston Rockets and how we're going to be this season. Regardless, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go ahead and drop a like on this video. Go ahead and subscribe. And check out my second channel, my E-Man channel, NBA content on there. Literally today, we dropped a video talking about the WNBA and their whole wage gap thing. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you go ahead and follow me on Twitter at LegendaryEA. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.